There's nothing that would be better than having the opportunity to take every one of you that's listening to this and watching this and to be able to perform an A/B demonstration. It would be wonderful to have a theater set up or a 2-channel showroom where we could have the finest equipment, plug everything into the Furman technology, then plug everything directly into the AC mains and experience this difference for yourself. That difference is not subtle, particularly with high-resolution equipment and high-resolution sources. The problem's going to be that that's simply not possible the majority of the time, and certainly for the purposes of this demonstration, it's not, as you're likely listening over computer speakers or earbuds. So in that standpoint, we certainly don't have 1080 level video, and we certainly are not dealing with the very, very best audio. But actually, there is a way for us to prove our case in terms of the point of noise and resolution, and that's what's called a differential file. This is a test I developed along with a software manufacturer approximately 6 months ago. But it's very, very interesting to take a look at because rather than some theoretical sense of, well, we can lower the distortion on the AC line or we can lower the noise at a given frequency by so many decibels and theoretically it does this and this changes the current that way and so forth. In the end of the day, I think it's very, very fair for somebody to ask, how does this really affect me? How does this affect my system in a tangible way? That's a good question, and that's what we're going to show you. See, the way DiffMaker works is I was able to take a number of professional, we decided to work with audio this way because it works best with this particular system, but video would work the exact same way. And we took a very high resolution compact disc, a very, very good equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. We went to a very, very fine recording studio, and we took the digital out from that CD. We went through a D to A converter, then back to A to D. We went into a computer with 24-bit 96K software, good time clock, all the best studio equipment you could possibly have. And all of this equipment at matched levels was plugged directly into the AC mains, no filtering, no anything. And this was a studio that had reportedly very, very clean power to begin with. Fine. Then we recorded the first 8-second sample, and that was turned into a 24-bit WAV file, high resolution, and that was put into DiffMaker. Then we did a second file where we did precisely the same thing, but with all of that equipment from beginning to end plugged into the Furman technology. Then when we were done, we took that particular 8-second file and put it into the second file of DiffMaker. And then what DiffMaker is so cleverly able to do is it aligns the beginning, aligns the end, makes sure that everything's absolutely matched level, and it creates a third file where it takes the second file and flops phase, just like opposing magnets. So if I'm wrong, if I'm imagining things, if I'm delusional, and in point of fact, in the real world, this is crazy, and there's really hardly any notable difference at all, it will show that that difference is zero. There is no difference. And at that point, all this would be for naught. But the fact of the matter is that, as I already knew it would be, there is a considerable difference, and it will tell you. It will tell you audibly. We can go to the next frame and you'll actually be able to hear not glorious 24-bit digital audio with great sound and resolution. You don't have that playback on this particular disc. What it'll show you is just the difference file. What's meant by that is everything that you're hearing is all information, resolution that would not exist if not for the Furman. It's weeded out all of the regular information that was on the first files, and it's just giving you what's left. Now that's important to understand because everything that you're going to hear is information that is gone forever if we plug directly into the AC mains. And as many years as I've done this and having created some of this technology, even I imagined that it would be an abstract note here and there, a little bit of ambient information, that I'd have a hard time piecing together what kind of instruments we're playing, or certainly wouldn't be able to follow a recognizable melody. I was shocked. Actually, it's quite easy for me to detect the original recorder instantly. The amount of difference is not small. And the other thing that's great about DiffMaker is that also after it makes this file, it takes a look at the highest signal level and lowest signal level, thus dynamic range, and it will let you know what that overall dynamic range is. As it happens with the Furman technology, over 100 decibels of dynamic range. But we were also interested not just in what would happen if we went into the AC wall without any level of purification or filtering or linear filtering, but we wanted to know what would happen with the filters from many of our competitors. So we've done that. Take a look at how much space there is between all what looks like mountain ranges and so forth of information and dynamics. Then look at all the ones that follow. Look at how much information is gone forever. Look at how rounded everything is. You know what that is? That's compulsion. That's moodiness. That's lost information gone forever. And if you take a look at the dynamic range, what you see is we are consistently 18 to 23 decibels more resolution than every major competitor, and these are all their very finest units. That's one of the things one of the many things that's so unique with Furman.